Welcome back to the Lakers News Report. And get ready, because today we're going to examine one of the most intriguing and potentially revolutionary narratives to ever emerge. A storm is approaching the NBA, and its destination is Los Angeles. Rumors, phone calls, and strategic leaks are circulating. An athlete, Noah, a true force of nature, is changing the balance of power in the league. If the information we are gathering is accurate, the Lakers are about to experience something truly historic. What began as a faint rumor, a casual observation, a vague possibility floating in the air of the NBA through a reliable source, has, in the last 48 hours, turned into something much more significant, something that deserves our full attention. Now, the question is no longer whether this can happen, but whether it is already in motion. The Los Angeles front office remains silent. An unusual silence. No denials, no clarifications. However, behind the scenes, activity has been increasing. Executives are on alert. Scouts are being reassigned. Salary cap analysts are working late into the night. There's a palpable pressure within the organization, a sense of urgency, as if they know something that we do not, as if they are preparing for an imminent arrival. And here is the twist. The athlete in question is not just an ordinary player. He is not merely a backup. This goes beyond being a star. We are talking about a talent that is among the top 3 in the world. A future Hall of Famer, a 2-time MVP, a Finals MVP, someone who has already altered the course of NBA history before and may be about to do it again. People close to the situation are staying quiet, but the pieces are starting to move. One of the most powerful franchises in the league is quietly accumulating assets. Negotiations have been conducted with caution and strategy, even though no direct agreements have been made. However, the interest has already been shown. Lines of communication have been established, and this player, this phenomenon who can do it all, has indicated that he is open to the idea. Let's dive deeper into the situation. This athlete has dedicated his entire career to one city, building a legacy, winning a championship, staying loyal while others took different paths, signing extensions, doing what was necessary, even in the face of great challenges. However, now, the team around him is disintegrating. Injuries, departures, an aging roster, and an uncertain future have become a reality. For the first time in his career, he is considering a question that he never dared to voice. Is it time to leave? This dilemma is echoing throughout the league offices. Executives are in a frenzy. Trade machines are becoming increasingly active. The usual teams, such as Miami, Boston, and New York, are keeping an eye on the situation. However, one franchise, one brand, stands out from the rest. A team with a rich history, a large market, a robust platform, immense focus, and multiple championships. The player seeks a legacy, and that is found here. He craves the greatness that has been cultivated over decades. Now, it's time to mention the name. Yes, the Greek prodigy, a 2-time MVP, a defensive powerhouse, the player who dominated the 2021 Finals as a living legend, the same player who stayed in Milwaukee when everyone urged him to leave. According to several sources, he now seems open to a possible move, and the Lakers are officially in the conversation. It all began with a revelation from a prominent sports network. In a segment that sent shockwaves through the NBA community, it was reported that the franchise does not control its own draft picks for the next 5 years. This means that if they lose their icon and enter a rebuilding phase, they will not benefit. They cannot simply enter a new phase or reorganize. Therefore, any trade or move involving their icon must result in something significant. It is about securing not just picks, but real players and talents. If the superstar has influence over his future, the Lakers are certainly in the game. Additionally, it has been noted that he still has 2 years left on his contract, but a trade partner who commits to extending his deal quickly and building around him would have a significant advantage. The Lakers are among the few teams ready to do exactly that. They have a strong voice in his future. The Los Angeles team is very invested in his aspirations. It has been indicated that Giannis has 2 more years on his contract, but a franchise willing to extend that deal promptly and commit to building a team around him would have a considerable advantage. The Lakers are one of the few organizations prepared to take that step, especially if Giannis makes it clear that his focus is Los Angeles. If he declares that his sole focus is Los Angeles, the front office will not hesitate to act. Let's analyze this situation more deeply. Why would Giannis consider such a move? Looking at Milwaukee, a key player is likely to miss the entire upcoming season due to an injury. Another veteran is nearing retirement, and some players may choose to leave. The core that won the championship is dismantling, and Giannis, who once valued loyalty immensely, now understands the harsh reality that loyalty doesn't guarantee success. Not anymore, especially when his main teammate will be out for a year and the general manager faces serious financial challenges. Meanwhile, the Lakers are strategically retooling. One of the key players is still performing at a high level. A new talent has joined and already stood out with his scoring and passing ability. Another rising player is continuing to develop and expand his game. Despite the departure of a key player, the foundation is still strong, and the addition of Giannis could take this team to a new level. Think about this. 2 exceptional players joining a veteran. 3 basketball minds, each with distinct skills, capable of dominating a game or complementing each other. They wouldn't just be favorites, they'd be unbeatable. They would create a legacy, and Giannis wouldn't need to carry the responsibility as he did in Milwaukee. He would join a system, a brotherhood, a tradition. And make no mistake, the Lakers are already moving pieces behind the scenes. Financial strategy experts are in action. Draft picks are being evaluated. Developing players are all in discussion. Even future picks are on the table. The possibility of a 2029 trade is open because when Giannis is mentioned, everything becomes possible. So what will the next step be? The team is about to meet with Giannis and his team this offseason. The tone of these conversations will be decisive. If Giannis expresses commitment, the Lakers will move on. But if he suggests a move, presents a list, or mentions a specific city, this situation could evolve quickly, and we'll be watching closely. Before we move forward, it's important to stay tuned for updates, because the next few days could change everything we thought we knew about the Lakers and potentially about the entire league. If a talented player really pushes for a trade to Los Angeles, the consequences will not only impact the Western Conference, but also reconfigure the entire power dynamics in the league. Let's discuss trades clearly. For the Lakers to acquire Giannis, it won't be enough to just add some players. However, there's a twist. It won't require as much as one might think. This is because Giannis is in a favorable position. With 2 years remaining on his contract and the possibility of deciding on an extension, any team that acquires him without his agreement will be taking a significant risk. If Giannis makes it clear that his only desire is Los Angeles, the franchise will have no choice but to trade him and accept the best available offer. Not necessarily the highest, but the most viable. What could this offer include? It starts with a player the team has admired for a long time. Add a versatile defender who would help maintain competitiveness immediately. Include a promising young player and a rising point guard. Now we're talking about 4 real pieces for the rotation. But the big draw are the draft picks. An unprotected 2029 first-round pick. An unprotected 2030 first-round pick. 1 or 2 trade options. This is the kind of deal that satisfies the team's interests. Ready-to-win players, promising young talent, and future flexibility. Naturally, the team would have to part with some depth. But for Giannis, that wouldn't be an obstacle. Adding him to other talents would make Los Angeles one of the most formidable trios of the modern era. Each controlling an aspect of the game, bringing stability, explosive talent, and with shooters. The departure of key players would certainly affect the team's depth. However, for a star player, this isn't an issue. Adding him to 2 renowned teammates, even in their respective later stages of their careers, would create one of the most impressive trios in recent history. One player controlling the pace, another bringing stability, while the third provides explosive energy, complemented by skilled shooters and a group of players eager to chase titles. The team could quickly restructure around this core. Imagine the starting lineup. 1 player as the point guard, another as shooting guard, a third as small forward, the explosive player at power forward, and a reliable center or a versatile player in the same position. This setup would allow for defensive variations, faster tempo, space creation, and attacks from different angles. On defense, the explosive player would provide the team with something they've been missing for a long time, an elite defender capable of fixing mistakes, protecting the rim, and commanding fast breaks like a point guard. His presence would allow others to preserve energy on defense, taking more risks on steals and facilitating a faster, smoother, and more aggressive playing style for the entire team. Off the court, the consequences of this player joining the franchise would be significant. It would signal that one of the league's most committed superstars had finally made a decision. After years defending loyalty and pride in smaller markets, even he couldn't resist the appeal of a big city. This move wouldn't be motivated by financial gains, as he's already well established. It would be a pursuit of legacy, success, and building something lasting beyond his peak performance, just as the legends of the past did. Moreover, we cannot underestimate the influence of the experienced player. The rookie has always shown admiration for him over time. What better mentor could a player have in his early seasons in a new environment? What better way to navigate the next phase of the franchise than under the guidance of such an iconic figure? This veteran could pass on leadership while assisting with the adjustment to the system, culture, and city, leaving the career with confidence that the team is in good hands. From an organizational standpoint, this trade would reset the front office's timeline. It would provide decision-makers with several years of goodwill, showing fans that the team is always striving for the next step. This would elevate the franchise to a true dynasty status across 3 years. And what about the rest of the league? Rival executives would be in a state of apprehension. One team's window would close abruptly. Another would realize their super team is lacking the necessary edge. Yet another would have to consider a rebuild. Even the current champions would need to seriously assess their depth. For the combination of these 3 players wearing the same jersey would not just be intimidating. It would be unfair. The media frenzy would be unmatched. Primetime games, packed arenas, record merchandise sales, and global coverage would be guaranteed. The league would capitalize on this narrative across all markets, in all languages, in all headlines. Fans would show up in unprecedented numbers. We are about to enter a new era of excitement, not just in titles, but in pure dominance. Naturally, there are potential pitfalls: injuries, ego conflicts, the weight of expectations. However, if there's one thing this franchise has always done, it's invest in stars. And by investing in a player of this magnitude, you invest in resilience, humility, and ambition. This player is not just exceptional, he is relentless. A player who trains in silence, competes with fervor, and honors the jersey he wears. He is not coming to this city in search of glory. He's here for titles. Make no mistake, this move would immediately position the team as the favorites for the next few years. They would have the most effective transition duo in the league, the most powerful partnership, and the strongest combination of basketball IQ and athleticism. As the experienced player likely decreases his involvement, the rookie would emerge as the leader, the new face of one of the league's most iconic franchises. So when might this happen? It could be in weeks, days, or even tomorrow. All that is needed is a meeting, a sign from the player and his representatives, or a phone call that expresses that this is the only destination he wants. Once this happens, the current team will be forced to act, as keeping an unhappy superstar is far worse than trading him. Allowing him to leave in a few years would be catastrophic. Therefore, stay alert. Special attention is focused on this developing narrative. A single phone call may reveal that this is the destination I desire. Once that happens, the team will need to act quickly, as keeping an unsatisfied star is more complicated than trading him. Letting him go in 2 years would be a risky choice. Therefore, it's crucial to stay vigilant. We're monitoring this situation as it unfolds. The management is alert, the league is watching, and fans are intrigued, with a key player possibly already with his sights set on the West. Thank you for following the updates. Share your thoughts. Would this be the most impactful move a team could make? Should they risk everything for this player, even if the investment is high? Or would this be too much of a risk? Stay tuned, As if this star truly makes his way to Los Angeles, the NBA will undergo a radical transformation. Before we continue, we ask that you leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Lakers updates. Moving on, Los Angeles Lakers forward Rui Hachimura has recently found himself at the center of an unexpected controversy, as rumors circulate that he made an offensive remark during the NBA playoffs. While details remain unclear and no official footage or transcript has been made public, the seriousness of the allegation has already triggered a response from the league office. The NBA has confirmed that it will look into the matter, underscoring its continued commitment to upholding professional conduct and respect among players. The rumor, which surfaced on social media shortly after Game 3 of the Lakers' first-round series, quickly spread among fans and commentators. Though unverified, the claim that Hachimura may have directed an inappropriate or offensive comment toward an opposing player or official has sparked heated discussions online. As of now, neither the Lakers nor Hachimura himself have released an official statement regarding the situation. However, the NBA's swift reaction signals the gravity with which it views such matters. League representatives emphasize that any form of misconduct, especially during the high-stakes environment of the playoffs, will not be tolerated. We are aware of the allegations involving Rui Hachimura and are conducting a thorough review, an NBA spokesperson said. The integrity of the game and mutual respect among participants remain our top priorities. Hachimura, known for his calm demeanor and international appeal, being one of the few Japanese players in the league, has generally maintained a clean reputation throughout his NBA career. This makes the rumor all the more shocking to fans who have come to admire his work ethic and sportsmanship. Still, the league's response highlights that reputation alone does not exempt any player from accountability. As the investigation continues, the spotlight remains on both the NBA's disciplinary process and the importance of maintaining professionalism on the court. Whether the allegations prove to be substantiated or not, this incident serves as a reminder of the high standards the league sets for its athletes, particularly in moments when emotions run high. The playoffs, a time of both peak competition and intense scrutiny, demand not only peak performance, but also unwavering respect for the spirit of the game. Stay informed exclusively about Los Angeles Lakers news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep receiving daily updates. Also, share your opinion on the news in the comments, as your contribution is crucial for the Lakers. Stay tuned for the next video.